So, yeah, so your brother was reached.
Actually, reached from Dhaka to Chittagong almost on foot because of the difficulty. At that time, there was a crackdown of military on Dhaka city, on various places. There was fire, and so they are very much afraid of their security. So they left Dhaka city.
Okay.
After that, when he reached village home, the situation is also grave. Everywhere there is people are living as a refugee. So we left our village on foot or sometimes by just local transport. We reached that Tripura border, that is the closest border of India with Chittagong.
Did you walked and took some public transportation?
Public transport.
How many days?
It takes several days.
Yeah, go ahead. So
at that time, we have been shifted to Calcutta.
So, but you went to Tripura, you said?
Yeah, first we went to Tripura.
Did you stay in the?
Yeah, we stayed 1 or 2 days in Shabru. At that time, one of my brother was in Calcutta. He was in Indian Air Force. Yeah, he was actually migrated to Calcutta in 1965 because when he was studying Dhaka University, at that time there was communal riot happened in Dhaka.
So very serious.
At that time, very serious riot.
Killing.
Yeah. So my mother and my family was very much worried about our safety in that country. That's why he has been shifted to Calcutta.
Was he injured? Was he hurt?
No, he was not injured, but he was in the university. Yeah.
Okay.
He has seen the situation there. He was at that time in the Jagannath Hall, the Hindu hostel of Dhaka University. So he has shifted and he joined first Jadavpur University. Later on he joined Indian Air Force as a trainee. Then later he got job in the Indian Air Force.
Okay.
So he was at the time posted in Calcutta. So when we have been from Tripura, we have been shifted to Agartala. So from Agartala we travelled all the way via Assam to Calcutta by train.
Okay.
But at that time the situation was very worse. So many people are there in everywhere, full of refugees. Anyway, we also describe our situation. We don't have much money at that time. Probably we did not buy train ticket, but we have to. My brother was there. He sent money for us, so we could manage ourselves, food and everything.
Yeah.
Which is safe.
So your house you abandoned in 71.
Yeah.
And when you came back, it was all gone. You started your life again.
Yeah.
Did you see anybody getting injured or killed in your neighborhood nearby?
Actually, I heard one of my classmates in Dhaka University, Dhaka Medical College. I heard that she was from Rajshahi. She is another Hindu girl in our class. Her name is Nipa Lahiri. She was lost in the process.
Oh.
She could not, when we joined our course at Dhaka Medical College, at that time she was not found anywhere. And there was, actually it was a grave news for all students.
Sure.
And another medical student of our college who was injured due to the bomb blast in our college. He was permanently invalid. He was now a radiologist in West Bengal.
He was a Hindu.
He was a Hindu. Yeah.
And he completed his studies.
Yeah, completed his studies.
But though he was crippled, he's completed his studies.
Completed. Then he also, later on also he has been shifted to West Bengal and he got job here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Many of our medical graduates then left Dhaka, Bangladesh because of this all communal violence and the volatile situation there. So they left Bangladesh and they joined various service in West Bengal and they are still working here.
Now, you happen to marry a Buddhist. You are a family from Hindu family.
Yeah.
And
actually, this was just by chance.
No, that's always
actually, he was known to our family.
Okay.
He was my brother's classmate.
Okay.
But as a roommate.
Yeah.
And that way, he is known to us.
Okay. And he was, you met him, met him
I
in
met
Dhaka?
him in the Dhaka Medical College.
Dhaka. He was a medical doctor too?
Yeah, he was a medical doctor too. He got job in Nigeria.
Okay.
So later he also left the country.
Yeah.
I also left country from India. I joined him there.
In
Nigeria.
Nigeria. You were in Nigeria for many years?
Yeah, 11 years.
Okay.
I stayed there.
Then-
We both worked in the two state government health service.
Okay.
One is of Kanu state and then the Kaduna state.
Kaduna. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, he also moved to Calcutta. He was India.
No, he did not move from there, from Dhaka to, he just got job in Nigeria.
Okay.
He has been shifted to Nigeria.
So, and then did he come back to Kolkata or was
No, he did not come back because he died of accident there in
Oh,
Nigeria
in Nigeria,
in 1990.
So as a Bangladeshi citizen?
As a Bangladeshi citizen.
Yeah, but you are Indian citizen though?
Yeah, I am Indian
So-
citizen.
So, but how did you manage your cross-border, because you are a Bangladeshi citizen, you are a Indian citizen?
Actually, we both stayed in abroad, so
Okay.
there was not much
Oh,
problem.
so you from Nigeria, from Bangladesh, you went to Nigeria,
Yeah.
both of you?
Yeah.
And
No,
from
my
Ni-
husband has went to Nigeria.
Okay,
Then he has come to India. So we got married here in Kolkata. Then I have been shifted to Nigeria.
Nigeria,
I have stayed 11 years here.
yeah.
I got job in the health management board.
Hmm.
So I was a regular employee there
Okay.
as a doctor.
Okay.
So, but after his death, I have been shifted to Calcutta with my two daughters.
Does his family live in?
Still, his family is still living in Bangladesh.
And any of your family living in Bangladesh?
Yes, still my one of the sister who got married earlier.
Yeah.
She is still in Bangladesh.
Okay.
And my cousin brothers, my uncles are all are dead now. My cousin brothers and sisters is still
Okay. Now,
staying in Bangladesh.
good. Now, did you face any difficulty, any discrimination in India as a Bangladeshi?
Actually, it is not very evident. Maybe sometimes,
Yeah.
actually people
Was it
sometimes
different
abuse.
from what the discrimination you faced in Bangladesh?
Bangladesh, you see, actually my working life was not in Bangladesh.
Okay,
So
yeah,
that way I did not
yeah,
feel any
yeah.
discrepancy
But
here.
did you think, it was there?
Yeah, he is there.
Okay.
Always job and everything. They always prefer the
Okay.
majority community people.
And what about here?
Here more or less a political patronage
Okay.
or non-patronage.
Okay. But not religion.
Not religion.
Not religion. It's political.
Yeah.
Can you have you ever thought why, for example, in Bangladesh, Muslims are majority, Hindus and Buddhists are minority. In West Bengal, Hindus are majority, Muslims and are minority. Why in Bangladesh the minority Hindus and Buddhists are not able to couldn't stay, but in West Bengal the minority Muslims are able to live here?
I think because the attitude of the people. We Hindus, what I think that we are peace-loving people. Here, Hindus here are not much communal minded. I think so, and they have got. I think they do not think of replacing other people here.
Okay.
But in Bangladesh, many people have got that idea that if Hindus leave that country, they will get all the landed properties.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That is one idea
Yeah,
I got.
yeah.
Because that's the way any Hindu family used to live. Nobody nobody want to buy their property at proper price.
Oh,
That's why many Hindu people has to sell their property at lower price.
now do you?
In our family also, we have got a landed property, but as my father was not there, when he used to come and go. Actually, my father was a very patriotic person. Even after Bangladesh also, he stayed many years in Bangladesh with my sisters, and he taught in the college, and he has got a very big student community. He was a religious person, and he used to preach. He used to deliver lecture on various, scriptures, Gita and Bhagavad. So he has got a wide circle.
Admiration or following?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So he has got wide. Actually, in India, he was a little depressed that his friends and community people, that those who are known to him in the circle are very few. Still, we feel that pinch that still we have got very less known people, our community is less, and those who are here, they are very much preoccupied with their struggle to establish themselves. And my family, actually most of my family members are still now migrated to abroad, because they see that India is also not a place to live comfortably. My two niece and nephew have been, I think, settled in America. One of my nephew is a doctor, but they are very highly educated. He is settled in Sweden. My another nephew, who is also who have been migrated to Australia. Gone as a student in Australia, and he is now settled in Sydney.
Okay, yeah. Do you know, I'm almost coming to the end. Do you know if anybody benefited because of partition of Bengal?
I can't say.
Okay, all right. Have you ever revisited your place?
Actually, after I have not gone to a village after the violence, after 71 war, but I have been to Bangladesh.
Not to Chittagong, not to your village.
No, I have been to Chittagong,
but not
town.
Town.
Not my village. I could not go, maybe because of the time.
Okay. How far is it from Chittagong? How many minutes? How many miles?
Oh, it may be around 24 miles.
Oh, that's not that close by our standard.
Yeah.
But let me ask you, can you tell us how the house was like where you grew up in the village?
Oh, our house is a good house. It was a mud house, two-storied house. So we have got a big compound. We have got a courtyard with an outhouse where my fathers and my male relatives used to come. They used to stay. We have got a cow shed. We have got a landed property. My mother used to employ the labor for cultivation. So we used to get our food material from the field only. We have got, when we are living the house at 71, our upstairs house was full of potatoes and rice, other food materials, and we have got so many actually wooden material for building house. We got it from our big trees.
Okay.
So ours is a very flourishing middle class family.
Yeah, very nice. So if somebody asks you where is your desh, what do you say now?
I say I am now living in Calcutta. But I originally say we are from Bangladesh.
Right.
Still my daughters used to say that.
Yeah.
My father, my parents are from Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Still they used to feel that way.
Yeah. Now, almost end. Is there anything else that you like to add that I didn't ask?
Actually, when we leave our country, then I have got the scope or better say, chance to see the world. But still we feel that we are uprooted people. We have got very little community, and our relatives, most of them still are in Bangladesh. Our community, as for my daughter's marriage and all those things, still we are not getting very choiceable match from here because we don't know the people. And that way we are feeling. And another thing, the doctors who have been passed with us, the Muslim doctors, they have got a very good practice, and they have got a very good doctor circle. But here still we are minority because we are shifted from East. So we have got our own circle of doctors from East Bengal. But anyway, for my time, I have got very limited time because I spend most of the time for working
overseas.
Overseas and working in the hospital. Still I serve the people. Now I consider that my West Bengal is my home, India is my country, and I serve the people of West Bengal in a voluntary organization after my retirement from the government hospital, central government hospital, which is a cancer hospital. That cancer hospital catered the people from not only West Bengal, from Bangladesh and from the surrounding states. The very poor cancer people, cancer patients. I try my best to serve them as much as possible without taking any money from the patient, because I am serving as a self-led person, though I am being paid by the government.
Okay.
But at present I am getting my pension from the government, so that's why I joined the voluntary hospital where middle class people and lower, people with the lower
Income.
economic income, they can get the treatment reasonably. So I will try my best to serve the people of either country.
Okay. Thank you so much.